And today, we reacted to South Korea is broken. Nah, I've heard about the whole birth rate in South Korea where men ain't trying to procreate women and women are trying to find men and women don't want to talk to men. It's a whole lot of discourses going on, but let's see what they really talking about and let's see why South Korea is so broken.
South Korean politicians are all morons! They will do literally everything to try and fix their birth rate problem rather than getting to the main cause. The literally everything includes a politician promoting Kegel exercises or suggesting girls start school a year earlier than boys.
What? What's a Kegel? What's Kegel exercises?
To make them more appealing.
Wait. They want, hold on. Let's go back. He want what?
Start school a year earlier than boys to make them more appealing.
Bro, what they got going on in South Korea, bro? So they want girls to start earlier so they can be more appealing to boys? What type of time they got going on? What is that? Why is that a thing?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Cause I heard that was a kid diddler. Yeah, I heard that was a pedophile.
If you ever watched any of Bong Joon-ho's
Shout out my boy Dave Blunts, man. You need to kick that cup and lose that weight, but shout out my boy Dave Blunts.
movies, you would know that the main message of all of his amazing movies is South Korea is a fucked up place. This country is literally ran by Samsung, LG, and Hyundai Kia. They have a horrible work and school culture, but by far the most important quote-unquote challenge they face is the horribly low birth rate they have. It is the worst in the world.
It's that bad. I mean, if y'all need to repopulate South Korea, I'm not gonna hold it. Y'all can just give me like 300 packs. Give me a parachute. I'll just parachute over wherever the biggest city, biggest crowded area at. Parachute there or form. Come down, take it off. Yeah. What's up? I've come to help repopulate. Who's with me? Boom, right? I'm telling you, South Korea, y'all. I'm here, man. I got y'all. I can help y'all repopulate, bruh. Come on, now. Let me do my big one for y'all, bruh. I got y'all.
And it's recently plummeted down to 0.72 births per woman.
And I can raise that. I'm telling you, drive me into South Korea, I'm increasing that bit by 125%.
A country needs a birth rate of 2.1 to keep their current population, let alone grow it. And they're at 0.72. So why do the South Korean women not want to make babies with these handsome, rich, cute little twinks? They fuck with the other guy. They ask me to give up my seed. South Korea is miles ahead in misogyny technology than every other country in the world. Among Korean men, there is a widespread perception that designated seats for pregnant women are an excessively female-friendly policy, to the point where it became a trend on the internet.
So what, dudes not giving their seats up for pregnant women? I can understand for like women that's childish and petty and, you know, doing them annoying women in public, but a pregnant woman, bro, up that seat, man. Up that seat, bro. Stop being childish, bro.
Protest this policy by posting photos of dudes sitting in these seats as a form of protest.
And they throwing up the gang signs. And they throwing up the gang signs. Yeah, South Korea cooked, bro.
Imagine you're a woman in South Korea, right? You already have these unbelievable, unrealistic beauty standards where to be considered pretty, you have to be basically a supermodel. South Korea has the most plastic surgeries per capita in the world, with over 1 million operations happening every year. And with every 1 in 4 women aged 19 to 29 already having plastic surgery done, with men being 2%. On top of this, these motherfuckers decide to give you the largest wage gap on the planet for
Wait. Gender pay gap. South Korean. Difference in women and men's full-time earnings. 31%. So that's like more than America, or at least in the world, I think. Yeah. So does this mean the men make more, right? I don't know. Look, I'm not good at this. I'm slow on this part, bro. Somebody in the comments explain this to me, bro. I'm a little slow with this one.
Your hard work. And they only decriminalized abortion in 2021, 3 years ago. It's not legal now, but it's not illegal either. Me personally, if I was a woman, I would be crashing out and tweaking. Man, fuck men in particular, but not literally, which is how the 4B movement spawned, which means no dating, marriage, childbirth, or sex with dudes. And when your country's laws about women are written by John Jones and Harvey Weinstein, with intense misogyny, discriminatory laws, and the highest wage gap in the world.
Why y'all ain't telling my lips dry, man? Lips dry as hell. But some guy, I don't know, bruh. I feel like it's a strong discourse between the men and women, bruh. They gotta lock in, cause it could be worse. They don't understand. It could be worse. They could be dating in America. Now you gotta deal with a nigga with kids, nigga with warrants, charges, hood nigga, or the degenerate nigga, or they say if the Korean dude come here, now he got to take a girl out, he got to spend $600 off the bat on the first date, pay for her nails, shoes, gas, electric bill, light bill, every single bill, take care of her kid and her all in the same vein. So I don't know the dating scene in South Korea. I don't think it's that bad, me personally. That I just feel like everybody have a strong discourse with each other.
It is no surprise this movement spawned in South Korea. You know what does not help either? South Korea being the most expensive place in the world to raise a child, costing around
And that's why I don't want kids. Oh my God, they're so expensive, bro. For all y'all out there, bro, I know having kids is expensive and it's a wonderful thing, but at least for me, I can't do it because they're very expensive. I'm not gonna lie, they're very expensive, and I'm a very expensive guy. I don't like to have my expensive things, so I can't just have two expensive people in the house. I can't do it, bro. I can't.
$270,000 to raise a child until the age of 18. In second place is the glorious People's Republic of China. Taiwan, South Korea, your destiny is to be obliterated into nothing by a Chinese Dongfang missile. South Korea has this phenomenon called academic elitism, where basically if you don't go to the best universities they have to offer, your life is basically over. You're gonna get a shitty job, no money, you'll be sucking dick behind the KFC on Daihakro Street for money. And then there are the Sky Universities, Seoul, Korea, and Yonsei Universities. Whether or not you get into one of these three universities decides your financial and social position in.
See, and that's kind of scary, bro. Like, yeah, certain things in America can define you, but it's not going to define you that hard over there. I'm not tired. It's 3 in the morning, bro. I may yawn, but, you know, I love y'all so much. I'm going to get these videos done. But it's to me, I find it scary how like really locked in you have to be over there, cause certain schools, that's it. You go to a good school, you're set, you're good. You don't get into this school, shame on you. It's just I don't know. It's just crazy to me how wild that is.
The country for the rest of your life. It's like parkour civilization. So there's a huge pressure on the Korean youth to get into one of these, which is why private tutoring has a whole term for it called
What the fuck? What in the hell?
Hagwons, and why it's a $20 billion industry, because every parent, no matter their financial capability, wants their child to succeed. And since Korean society is set up in a way where you need to go into the sky schools, Korean households spend more on private tutoring than housing and food. Because of these exorbitant
cigarette is crazy. Why are you working on school? Ain't never that. I don't know how school is over there. Let me not say that, because what they going through right now, I don't even get none of this BS. I suck at math. I ain't gonna hold it. This looks, yeah, I need me a black. I ain't gonna hold it.
prices, households can barely afford one kid, let alone more. And they also probably don't want to put their kids through the same education hellhole they went through. An 8-hour entrance exam? Real question. 48 hours with Diddy or 8-hour entrance exam?
I can outrun Diddy and his bodyguards, so I'm not really tripping off of that. Not gonna hold it, cause 8-hour exam entrance exam is crazy. And you know the crazy part about it though, I seen all that in the anime too. I thought that was just BS, really. Thought that was all BS. The entrance exams and all that. I thought that was BS, but the fact that this is true. Oh, this is ridiculous. Like, this is insane. No wonder why some of them just be like just overall this like. I couldn't even fathom this, bro. 8 hours just for an entrance exam. My thing is, what all in the 8 hours are you doing? That's the real question.
That decides the rest of your life.
I want to see the entrance exam. I'm gonna look that up after this. I gotta see what's all in the entrance exam. I'm so curious.
life. Discuss in the comments below. The Korean entrance exam CSAT, aka Cock Skibidi Ass Torture, literally has killer questions that are bullshit questions just to make the student scores lower. A lot of times these questions aren't included in normal schools either, but are only included in these private tutoring schools. So already, if your kid is not in those expensive private cram schools, he's set back by this capitalist shithole called South Korea. And these killer questions are either some insane deluded algebra questions that have not been solved by any mathematician ever, or some
I don't feel too bad. I'm not good at math either.
obscure literary takeouts. What did Tyla respond to Kai Cenat when Kai asked her out on a date? Oh my god, bro. They only decided to remove these questions last year, so good job on that. But Koreans still spend nearly $20 billion a year on these private tutoring schools. Usually what happens in a normal Korean teen's day is they go to school from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., already 8 hours of classes, and then goes to the private cram school, which usually goes from 6 to 9, already 11 hours of class.
So where is the free time at? Like, where is the time to yourself to be a kid? Like, Jesus Christ.
And then the rest of the day is spent studying at home before falling asleep and lacking on sleep. A lot of people estimate that they spend 12 to 17 hours a day just studying. Hey, why are the fertility rates low? Bro, if you told me I had to study 15 hours a day, the last thing on my mind would be making kids. I want to make kids out of spite of what this world has to offer, because
Okay, if that's the reason, I understand, because once again, like I said, where is the free time at? Is she wearing two masks? Where is the free time at, bro? Where do you get the time to go eat, hang with friends, get some rest, relax, enjoy a good TV show, enjoy this, enjoy that? Like, at that point, if you in school, then cram school, then studying, isn't cram school for studying too though? Am I tripping?
why would I want to let my kids go through this hellhole called studying in South Korea? A big part of their demographic crisis is that they are extremely urbanized, and as all problems, it always comes down to fucking real estate. Over half of South Korea lives in the Seoul metropolitan area, because that's where all the Sky universities are, so everyone who wants to live well has to live in Seoul, and also because there are a bunch of construction restrictions that don't allow for a lot of housing to be built, so the limited housing in Seoul is basically a bidding war between Samsung higher-ups, normal South Koreans, and the guy from Squid Game. And the bidding war usually ends in the Samsung higher-ups buying these apartments, renting it to normal South Koreans for huge sums of money, and the guy from Squid Game sucking dick behind the Shake Shack in Yong District for 2,500 won so he can keep chain smoking his SA lights. In 1928, Stalin started the first 5-year plan, and the goal was to move these stupid, dumb, illiterate peasant farmers out from the farms and get them into cities where there was big industry and make them make tractors and a bunch of other cool shit. By moving illiterate peasants out from these big farms and cramming them into apartments, the Soviet Union's birth rate crashed. In peasant farmer societies, children are usually encouraged because they're more of a free labor and not as much of a financial burden. However, in cities,
Okay, I was so confused for a moment. I'm like, wait a minute though. You put them in a better situation. Wouldn't they want to have kids? But then you think about it like, okay, now they have to more or less in a farm. You get up. I mean, yeah, you still have a set routine, but you kind of, it's more freedom than a 9 to 5. It's more freedom.
raising children is expensive, and you also don't get
Why am I tripping? I don't know, cause I don't work on no farm, so I wouldn't really know.
a large family to help with farming. You're all alone in that Samsung factory, resulting in this, where you can clearly see that the fertility rates in big cities are much lower than their less urbanized areas. In Vienna's airport, they made the benches purposefully uncomfortable to keep people from sleeping on it. A real dedicated sleeper like me will never succumb to the capitalist invention of anti-homeless infrastructure. And even though these metal rods were hitting me straight in my hips, I had an amazing 8-hour-long sleep in this airport. Governments will spend hundreds of thousands of dollars building anti-homeless infrastructure just for me to sleep on it, when the only anti-homeless infrastructure that works is giving the homeless homes. And yeah, South Korea is cooked on all fronts. Not only everything I mentioned, but also their views are literally the complete opposite of women. It's like the South Korean male population thinks women are their enemy, because what even is this divide? It's literally just two opposite extremes, and the chances of them getting along to the point where they would want to have children is slim to none. Because of this toxic work, education, and dating culture, South Korea has the highest self-end rate in a first world country. Recently,
I kind of wanted to mention that, but I ain't want to just blatantly say it. But my whole thing is, if they working themselves to death, I can kind of see why they do it, though. That's ridiculous, because once again, you don't got no free time to do nothing. Like, nothing at all, bro. You sitting there suffering, you stuck.
I went out for a walk in Tbilisi with Geopol, discussing important topics such as Diddy and Skibbity Toilet. And when I came back to my apartment, my Lenovo monitor had broken itself. Hong Kong had disappointed me. The warranty people told me it would take 3 weeks to order me a new one, and I would genuinely rather be waterboarded than not have access to my computer for 3 weeks. So I went ahead and got a new Samsung monitor. With this, I contributed to the mafia, not so secretly running the country of South Korea. In 2017, the son of the chairman
Them Yakuza are second to the cartel to me. They terrify me. I'm not gonna hold it. I don't want no beef with anything Yakuza or cartel. Don't want no beef at all. I refuse. I can't go for it, bro. I just can't. I can't. Oh, I can't. Oh my God.
of Samsung literally bribed the president for a corporation favor that would benefit Samsung and then got exposed for it. The president got overthrown and Lee got sentenced to 5 years in prison. Then they reduced it to 2.5
I was about to say only 5 years. Then now it's 2.5 years. Hey, money really talk. Like, money really talk in this world. In this in this universe, actually.
years and released him after serving only 1 year in prison. Then, for some reason, he had a retrial about this, got sentenced back to prison for 2 years and 6 months. And then, when there was a global chip shortage in the world, Joe Biden went to South Korea because America needed more chips, and the new president of South Korea pardoned the chairman of Samsung, and now he leads Samsung. I'm really liking this monitor though. Like, look, I can rotate it and watch Instagram reels like this. I don't know what it would take for the South Korean government to realize that their ultra-capitalist society is the cause for all their difficulties, such as being an incel, pulling 2014 ISIS numbers, and the real estate market being horrible. Also, the three big companies, but mainly Samsung, have so much power over there that every politician is there to serve Samsung's interests and not the South Korean people. You guys already saw how Samsung literally bribed the president with 37
Hey, why he walking with aura though? Like, am I tripping?
South Korean people. You guys already
Look at him, like he really walking with that aura, gang.
saw how Samsung literally bribed the president with $37 million, and that is only one of the things they have been exposed for. Just imagine how many secret deals have been taking place with Samsung's leaders and Korean politicians.
I'm telling y'all, money really talk. Nobody has a price. If we being so honest, to a certain extent, nobody really has no price. Now, when it comes to something really insanely foul, maybe that maybe. But if we talking about something, oh nigga, I'll buy you right now. You can't buy me. Alright, 300 billion. You can have me. Like, come on now. Everybody got a price. Money talk. Money can get you so far in this world. It's insane how money can get you anything. Money can have you do anything. Money can get you anywhere. Money can get you this. Money can make you live so long. It's insane, bro. So I can see why Samsung can just, oh yeah, here, take this 100 mil. Shut up. You 100 mil. Shut up. Let me do what I want.
I do not care how much money you have. If you're going to be alone for the rest of your life and also hold some extreme beliefs about the opposite sex and also never be able to own a home for yourself, no matter how much money you have either way, because Samsung exists, what's the point? And government-funded matchmaking events to try and get people to talk to each other is not going to fix the fact that even if they really liked each other, they wouldn't be able to afford the home because Samsung keeps buying up all the property to the point where they have their own little town dedicated to themselves. But a bunch of corporations have their own office towns. This isn't my big beef with them. I hope my Samsung monitor does not shut itself off using their Samsung AI to detect the words I'm writing and fucking explode my monitor. Because people in Korea get born in the Samsung medical.
What just happened? The audio just cut out?
This is genuinely a cyberpunk.
So apparently the audio just cut randomly. I don't know what for. So he's gonna just cut that out, really.
Cyberpunk dystopia, if I've ever heard one, where one company controls everything and bribes the president. These huge country controlling family owned companies are the cause of nearly all of South Korea's problems, but they enable you to watch Instagram reels on a full 4K screen in portrait mode. Basically, if you're South Korean, you only have three options: Samsung worker, professional League of Legends player, or a K-pop idol. And when you become a K-pop idol, you are basically signing your human rights away to become a slave for a management company, where you live in dorms with your group members that are about to debut and literally starve yourself as a diet, usually eating about 1,000 calories a day. These women are stronger than most men in the galactic empire, I mean American military, because they eat basically nothing all day and train these dances for 8 to 10 hours a day, aren't allowed to leave without permission, and are not allowed to date anyone. And after 2 to 4 years of training, they might not even debut because their management company will refuse it. So put some
I'll kick you out instead. It's crazy. Jesus Christ.
fucking respect on K-pop's name. You might not like the music, but the work these people put in and the literal slavery they had to go through to get to where they are is just respectable. Game recognizes game. If I was a slave for 4 years and then random American teenagers made fun of me because I look gay and have plastic surgery, I would tweak out. I would defect to North Korea and send one of their Hwasong 19 missiles to that kid's house. Bye-bye, Russia! What do you think nearly all the cinema that comes out of South Korea is about hating rich, big, corrupt companies such as Parasite and Squid Game? This is their reality that they're living through. Side note, on top of this, they require me a visa to go there? Ah, hell nah! You know who doesn't
Wait. I thought you don't need a passport. That's kind of crazy.
require a visa for me? The European Union and China. I know who I'm choosing. Like and subscribe and goodbye.
That was a good video. I ain't gonna lie. Me personally, like I said, you give me a little parachute, drop me off in South Korea, any populated area. I'm aura farming, going crazy, 300 packs. But with that being said, though, hope y'all enjoyed this video. Let me know how y'all think in the comment section below. Don't forget to smash the like button, hit the notification bell. We upload videos ever so often. We're trying to really be more consistent. I promise you, I really am. I promise. But with that being said, like I said, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, comment, share it to a friend, tell it to an auntie, tell it to a cousin, tell it to a coworker, tell it to your ex, tell it to your dog, tell it to your neighbor, tell it to your neighbor over the next street. Discord and TikTok in the Discord in the conversation below. I said conversation. I cannot. See, we bad with the intros, bro. Discord and TikTok in the description below. We be live there a lot of times. Still getting better with these outros, bro. I be yapping near the end. It wouldn't be a solo video if I wasn't yapping near the end. But yeah, we be live on TikTok a lot of times doing Discord. We build a community. Got a whole lot of people in there. We going strong. But with that being said, I think I got all my bases. I covered all the bases. I think I covered all the bases. And we done.